Hey everyone, it's Austin, and today I wanted to go over a free training with you all on how I made my first $1,500 sale. And I'm going to show you an entire conversation breakdown of exactly how it happened from A to Z. And I'm going to go over all of it from when I built rapport with the prospect to when I transitioned into developing business talk, and then afterwards asking the right questions, qualifying my prospect, getting data from my prospect, and then eventually offering them value in one way or another. In this case, is in the form of advice. And the last part that I'll go over is how I actually closed the deal. And overall, this took me a while to actually develop the skills to be able to do. It took me around 2 years actually to get my first high ticket sale. And this is my first high ticket sale right here. This is the conversational breakdown that I'll be going over with you. So there's a lot of wisdom that needs to be unpacked here. Get yourself comfortable and enjoy the presentation, okay? So I'm going to read line by line and tell you exactly why and how I'm saying the things I'm saying and for what reasons I'm saying them. And I'm going to give you a clear picture of how to go about your own conversations. So let's get into it. Start off, hey, it's great to connect with you here on Facebook. LOL, how's it going? Very general message, doesn't have to be anything crazy. However, what I do recommend, looking in hindsight on this, is that you personalize your intro messages. You should look at their profile and you should comment on something that you find cool about it. Maybe they posted a picture of their dog and you reply on their story saying, hey, wow, that's a great dog you got there. Is that a border collie? I have a German shepherd myself, or something like that. Be personable. Don't be too general like I was here. Anyone could have sent this message, right? But make it your own. Be unique about it. Okay, so she says, I'm doing good. What about yourself? I'm great, thanks. Looking forward to Memorial Day weekend. What are you up to in Atlanta? Again, just building small talk here. You don't want to jump into talking about business and offering your product or solution like right off the bat. It scares people away. They will run for the hills if you do that. I don't recommend it. Moving on, I'm looking forward to Memorial Day weekend too. Going to MomoCon this year. It should be fun. What's that? LOL. It's a geek convention, anime, games, play, etc. It's my first time going. And I say, cool. I figured there was anime and all that stuff, but is MomoCon featured around Momo, that creepy pale girl? Is the focus of the Momo challenge? Right here, I have no idea what she's talking about, but I'm just going along with the conversation. It doesn't matter. You just keep it lighthearted, keep it natural. That's one of the most important things about closing deals in the DMs. You can't be so rigid about it. I don't recommend using scripts. I recommend frameworks instead. I recommend knowing a structure that you can follow to go about your conversations, but don't keep it so rigid where the conversation is unnatural and completely unenjoyable. And at that point, too, your prospect's going to notice. I don't recommend it. Anyway, I'm just having fun here. No, no, not at all. Oh, okay, well, whatever it is, have fun. Did you already go? I had fun and I went there Thursday till Saturday. And I was like, what do you do? Okay, not the best transition there. That's fine. But what I should have done is just respond and say, oh, okay, that's awesome. By the way, what do you do? See, it's a little more natural, right? Pretend like this is a real conversation. Okay, that's one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. Here we're moving on. As in what I do for work, I work as a chemist, one in a lab setting. I screen urine samples for 15 different elements. I know you're in the military, but what exactly do you do? Interesting. What made you get into that? I'm an intelligence analyst. I was always drawn into science. Oh, so you're a smart one. And I laugh. So there's actually a reason I'm asking her what it is she does for a living. This is the part where we're almost getting into talking about business. I talk about what we do for a living because that gives me a better idea of if she's financially qualified for a high ticket offer that I can give her. Now, let's say she said, oh, for a living, I push carts at Walmart. Not that there's nothing wrong with doing that, but if you do that, you probably won't be able to afford a high ticket product. Or if she says, well, I don't know, like I clean toilets or something, it would have been the same thing, right? It's like you got to think, can this person really afford high ticket products? And you have to be a little shrewd about it. And that's also why I asked her where she is, like where she lives. If she's an English based country, US, Canada, England, Australia, New Zealand, etc., Western Europe, right? Places that are affluent. If you target people who live there, you have a better idea to know that they actually make enough money for them to afford a high ticket product. You don't want to just outright ask them like, how much money do you make a month? Like, show me your bank account statement. Obviously, why would you do that, right? So you just get a better idea of what it is they do for a living just by asking questions like this, and also getting an idea if they're financially qualified. So let's move on. Nah, it's an oxymoron. It's cool though sometimes. I'm more into business though. I think it's way more interesting. I'm an affiliate marketer on my off time. How about you? Are you into that as well? See, very, very smooth transition into business talk here. That's the main tip I can give you as far as transitioning into business talk, is that you want to tie it to work, because work and business are closely related. You see, on the conversational similarity framework that you can develop in your mind. Work and business are similar to each other, just like sports and baseball are similar to each other, right? So if you transition from work to business, and then from business to affiliate marketing to the strategies within affiliate marketing, it's a natural conversation, right? If you just go out and ask whatever question it is you want, like how much money you want to make from affiliate marketing, what's your goal, what are your pains, what are your struggles, the people that you're talking to are going to notice and they're going to run away. You have to make the conversation natural and take your time and be patient. Okay. So I say, I'm an affiliate marketer on my off time. How about you? Are you into that as well? Well, I bought the blueprint, but haven't started on it yet. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I listen to a lot of the successful stories, but I have yet to start. I clarify here. The blueprint from Legendary, always clarified, by the way. She said, yeah, did you get it too? No, I didn't. And you're still successful. Smart one right here. I had a lot of help from other mentors. That's awesome. Oh yeah. You do any other programs besides Legendary? Nah, just Legendary. Once I fully grasp it, then I'll start looking at other programs. Cool. Fully grasp it, huh? What are you trying to learn from Legendary right now? So you see, I actually asked the question, fully grasp it, huh? This is what I like to call a lock-on question. This is a question that you can use, or a type of question that you can use in order to get more information about a struggle that somebody may be facing currently. People will give you clues within the conversation that you're having as to what struggles and what goals they actually have. You just have to pay attention to what it is they're telling you. She says, once I fully grasped it, then I'll start looking at other programs. This is an opportunity for you to actually dive into her struggles. And this is one of the key parts of information that you actually want to gather from your prospect. Struggles being one of them. You also want to get a good idea of what their goals are. You want to make very, very clear distinctions on both of these. And you also want to get an understanding of what they've tried so far. This way, if you have these 3 points of data as well as the financial qualifications, then you will know whether or not will be a good fit for your high ticket offer, whatever it is that you're selling on. What are you trying to learn from Legendary right now? Affiliate marketing. Gotcha. What are you trying to learn within affiliate marketing? See, now I know she's more in my target audience, right? You want to weed out people who aren't. If she said something like real estate, I know Legendary Marketer doesn't really do that, but if she said real estate, I would have said, oh, cool. Hope that's going to go well for you. Best of luck with it. That's just off the top of my head, but obviously you want to leave the conversation at that point. You don't want to waste time, just talk, right? So I say, what are you trying to learn within affiliate marketing? It's more like trying to find a niche and put myself out there. I'm an introvert. I see. Are you camera shy? Yeah, I'm very camera shy. And what niche are you thinking about? I don't know yet. I'm just gathering information here. And this is an attempt to get more into her struggles here too. She says, I'm an introvert. Okay, so you see, I'm getting more of an idea. Okay, what is she struggling with? She's struggling with putting herself out there and finding a niche. Boom, those are like 2 struggles right there already. And that's because I asked, fully grasp it, huh? See the power of that? What niche are you thinking about? I don't know yet. Got any you've narrowed it down to, or no? Notice how I followed up here. What if I didn't follow up? Conversation would have ended. It would have been a whole waste of time. It's key to follow up with people in this industry. People will usually not follow up with you. That's the hard truth about it. And you have to be the one that continues the conversation. You can't let it die at some point just because you're too lazy to pick it back up where you left off. Be relentless and consistent with your follow-ups. That's one of the main reasons people actually buy. This is something that it isn't really talked about that often. It's very important though. And I say, or no, not really. The only niches I know out there are gym slash health or pet, and I'm not big on none of these. I say, oh, what about the internet marketing niche? As in social media? People who are interested in making money. Then yes, I'm interested in that. Me too. Haha, no, but that's the best niche to go for if you aren't sure. Because I wasn't either at first. What made you get into the industry? So, right here, I'm just getting a better idea of whether or not she's a good fit. She is detailing what exactly her niche is, or what I'm trying to get the idea of like what it is she wants to do. You need to do this as well if it's important to know like what niche people are like trying to get into. Maybe you only serve certain types of people. It's important to ask questions and be patient with it. You see, any amateur messenger here could have just offered their product or solution like way before this, but by actually asking questions and taking your time and being patient, you will ensure the sale. You want to do that instead of make the offer too early. You always want to gather as much information as possible that is relevant, by the way. People are interested in making money online, then I'm interested in that. Anyway, I already read that. What made you get into the industry? Good to know. And I got in because I want to be financially stable and have my own schedule in the future. See, that's a goal. So I've already gotten some of the struggles, right, from earlier. And now I've gotten the goal. That's one of the reasons that I asked, what made you get into the industry? When you ask somebody what their reason is for getting into the industry, or, oh, what made you get into all this? Isn't that a great starting point to talk about somebody's goals? You know, I could have asked her outright, directly, what goals do you have? But that would have been a little strange, to be honest. And you probably think so too if somebody asked you that, just outright, not even in line with the conversation. What are your goals? That doesn't make any sense. You have to like ease into it. Sometimes you have to ask questions before you actually get an opportunity to ask a question you want, if that makes sense. And I'll show you exactly what that means right here. I want to be financially stable and have my own schedule in the future. Nice, me too. Aiming for 6 figs. See how natural that is? I could have said that a little bit before, but you notice how I delayed it and I asked it after she's already talking about her goals. It makes it natural. Yes, that's the goal, but I know it'll take time. It's a process, but that's okay. All good things must come with time and hard work. Are you planning to just do organic strategies to get there? Organic strategies in the beginning, and then once I'm comfortable with the websites and software, I'll branch out to the other types. Do you mentor? If so, what's the price? Okay, this is a significant part of the conversation right here. So right here, I'm just gathering more info, right? Are you planning to do organic strategies to get there? Because if she's planning to do like paid ad stuff or like, you know, email marketing or whatnot, like that's not really my specialty at the moment. And I concentrate more on organic marketing and, you know, getting you to use your DMs to make $1,500 days like I did, like I'm showing you right now. And I just want to make sure that she's a good fit, right? But she shows a clear indicator of interest here by just saying, do you mentor? If so, what's the price? Like that doesn't even have anything to really do with anything in the conversation, right? So at this point, I know she's interested. And this is good. It's a good sign, obviously, so I keep going. That's an excellent plan. Start simple and expand. I'm relating. You don't want to just ask questions. You want to relate to what people are saying. You want to show them that you are listening. This is key. I'm glad you're interested. Mind if I ask a few quick questions to see if we'd be a good fit? This question right here can be asked if somebody gives you a significant indicator of interest, like that I just showed you above. And what this question allows you to do is ask whatever you want, basically. And you get to shortcut this whole song and dance of, you know, asking questions, responding, whatever. This allows you to take control of the conversation by asking this question because you are now in control. You're asking the questions and it's very focused that way. So I recommend you insert this type of question when it is appropriate. Otherwise, don't, because it comes off a little salesy. You can only use this in certain instances when people indicate strong levels of interest in your offer. So she says, not at all. Go ahead and ask. Thanks for understanding. Firstly, what was it that got you into this whole industry and where do you want to take the business? So I already covered that a little bit before, but I wanted to get a better idea. When you get people's goals and their struggles, you want to get a very, very clear picture of what their goals and struggles look like. So she says, I'm just tired for working for somebody else, and I want money to work for me instead of me working for money. What do you mean by where I want to take it? I'm not trying to make millions. Like, all I need is for the business to generate enough for me to live comfortably and be able to take care of my old family. That's a great information. That's a great amount of information for goals right here. Now, she easily could have just said, I want to make money. And you could have just moved on from there. But does that really give you a lot of leverage later on in the conversation if she's giving you objections and all you can say is, "Oh, well, you want to make money with this, right?" Or what if you just said, "Oh, okay, so I hear what you're saying, but I know earlier in the conversation you said that you want to live comfortably and take care of your old family and you're just sick and tired of working for other people and you want to work for yourself, having your own money work for you and instead of you working for money." Right. So why would later be a better time than now as far as, when you should get into this offer if there's no other issue? I'm just making that up right there, but that's why it's important to get struggles. I hear you. Acknowledgement, right? And yeah, by where you want to take it, I mean money wise. And I hear you. Do you think 5K a month would be enough to live comfortably and take care of your family? Or do you think it would be a bit different number? I think 8K to 10K will be wiser. So I'm asking her a number specifically so I can use this later on. You'll see what I'm talking about when I summarize goals, struggles, what she's tried so far into a compelling reason as to why she should look at my offer. And it seems very natural. All right. And now I say, gotcha. Now, what are the biggest struggles, challenges that you're facing in your business that is preventing you from getting to 8 to 10K per month? I haven't started yet because I'm scared to put myself out there. Okay. Now, what about knowledge-wise? Is there any part of affiliate marketing that you don't really understand / would like to learn more about? Okay, I'm getting more specific here. A lot of the conversation, by the way, is just you gathering info. And if you don't do it, if you skip it, it can have serious ramifications because it doesn't make the offer presentation natural and it seems quick. It seems too early for people. But when you spell it out for people, when you get data, then you can use this to your leverage. And it makes it that much easier to offer somebody your solution. She says, I'm still in the dark when it comes in the knowledge part of it. Like I understand the big picture, not so much the breakdown of it. Okay, this is another piece of data that you want to just keep in your mind, right? She's kind of beginner level, right? I see. And what parts of the process would you like broken down for you? Is it anything in particular for you? Just want to understand your situation better. Finding brands and go from there based on their credibilities. How to deal with taxes. I know they said that you should get an LLC, but what happens if you don't in the long run? Blah, 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 blah. She's talking about her desires here that she wants in affiliate marketing, right? What she wants in an offer. Guess what? I made her a custom offer later on. And you know what I included? Almost word for word what she told me. And that made it just that much better for her to jump in an offer, that much more obvious. I sent her a voice note here. And I'm basically I think what I was asking here is just like, would coaching be a better idea for you or would jumping in a program be a better idea for you? And she says, one-on-one coaching in the beginning sounds like a good idea because I tend to steer off plans at the very beginning, sort of like I need someone to keep me focused, grounded, and be able to answer some of the questions I may have. And being part of a community wouldn't hurt either. All right, so I'm asking this question right here to get a better idea of what kind of offer I should give her. The better kind of offer that you give people, the more customized, the more you don't have to deal with objections. The more likely people will just jump right into your offer. It's that much easier for you. So you want to customize your offers. Okay. I say, gotcha. So would you want one-to-one coaching along with the community, the best kind of support? Now, I know you said you haven't been through the Legendary Blueprints. I don't know if you haven't had time to do it, or maybe you're looking for another program. Now, are you looking for someone to simply guide you through that program, or are you looking for another program to address and answer all the questions you asked me earlier, but have someone guide you through that? She says, I have just been procrastinating. I tend to do a lot of that when I'm introduced to something that is new to me. I need to break out of that habit. And yes, I'd like to have someone answer my questions and also guide me through the affiliating program. Are you not part of Legendary? I know she already asked that question. Right here, there's not really a lot of intel gathering right here. I perhaps could have just not asked this question, to be honest with you. But hindsight's 2020, right? Let's see. Yeah. So let's go on. I respond. I see, and this is where the conversation gets more on track. We're getting more momentum right here. So I say, I see, I'm not a part of Legendary. However, I am a part of SA owned by Jacob Karras, who did some work with Legendary in the past. So I'm sure there are some similarities in both programs. I'm offering relatability here, similarity. Oh, cool. Jacob Karras knows David Sharp, who runs Legendary. Oh, great, right? That's the effect you want to give to people if this pops up. Each program has their own strategies and how they approach things, but there's only so many ways to do high ticket marketing. So I'm sure there isn't that massive of a difference between two programs. I do offer my own one-to-one coaching service to affiliate marketers. Would you be opposed to having a quick discussion about what that looks like and how I could potentially help you when it comes to you having someone to answer your questions, guide you through your program, and create a custom roadmap for you so you can start hitting 8 to 10K months? Do you notice how I took all that data that I just gathered and then I put it, summarized it right here almost? It could maybe do a better job of it, right? But yeah, this goes to show, like, if you still pay attention even a little bit, you're going to eventually, this is what actually makes a sale easier, as you will notice. She says, I don't really mind different strategies as long as they're focused on reaching the same goal. And yes, I'm open to having a quick discussion. What are your availability like? I'm pretty much open after 4 p.m. Eastern on the weekdays, and I'm also open on the weekends. Okay, so this is the latter half of the sales process right here. We've gathered all the intel we have, and now we're just closing. Like most of the process, you want to just be gathering data, and then you want to not spend so much time on the close because you really won't need to at the end of the day, because they're not going to have that many objections if you send them an offer that is actually fit for them, right? And you're not just sending them any old link or like just your affiliate program, even if it's not a good fit for them, right? If it's a perfect fit for them, if it has everything that they're talking about, everything they need, well, isn't that going to be an easy decision? She says, I don't mind a voice note. After I said, sounds good. I'm not against the Zoom meeting, but I can explain pretty succinctly in a voice note just to save us time. Mind if I do that? I really didn't need to get on a call here. You don't need to either. You actually never need to get on a call. You don't need sales calls. You can still close deals just from the DMs. I did this without a sales call, by the way, just a Google Doc. And yes, like you said, not all questions are answered in the program. A one-to-one coaching will be able to give me the confidence to move forward. Yes, I would like to see a custom offer. In this voice note, yeah, I just pretty much explain everything that she would get in an offer. I give her an idea of how I can help her. Very simple, very logical. Don't overthink it, right? Just giving her a better idea of what it is she's going to get. Like, explain what it is, the offer in a nutshell that someone would be able to get from you if they ask this question, right? And I send her a custom offer from a Google document. I take the data that she's given me in this message, this whole conversation, and I talk about her struggles. I identify what it is that she's struggling with, and I identify the goals, and I talk about the goals that she's trying to get to. So I identify the difference between what she's challenged with and where she's trying to get to. And then I bridge the gap and say, here's the solution. I'm going to do this, 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 and that to solve this problem that she stated verbatim. And then I'm going to do this, this, and that problem. Or I'm going to do this, this, and that solution to solve this, right? So for example, on this offer, I had 4 one-to-one coaching calls with her, and I also had 6 weeks of WhatsApp support included in this offer. Those are just some of the 2 things that I included in this offer for which was customized. And this is coaching, right? So she's able to ask me any and all questions in order to have a guide as far as going about the Legendary program and as far as going about affiliate marketing, setting up a Facebook profile, learning how to close in the DMs, learning how to make assets that actually do the work for you, how to make content that you can leverage in your own favor to make sales while you're actually having your hands off doing whatever it is else that you'd like to do, right? You're having the business work for you, right? And many other things that I include in this offer. I'm talking about the desires, the struggles that she has. You don't have to make it complicated, by the way. That's the last thing I had to say about the offer. You don't have to make it this fancy sales page, like where it's like super long and whatever. Like, be very like straightforward and simple and just short and sweet about it. Hey, this is a custom offer for you. This is what is going to get included. Here's the inclusions and the deliverables. Here's how we're going to fix this problem. Here's exactly the price. Here's the pricing details. Let me know if you're in or out. Simple, right? She says, I'm in. After I say, let me know what you think, guess what? No objections. Okay, awesome to hear. If you receive an invoice now, when you be able to pay? The reason I'm asking is the payment processor doesn't like invoices to be pending too long. Do you take Visa credit? Yes. I can pay it early this week, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is just logistics here. Say, let me know when you fix that up and go from there. Right, it's in there, like I closed the sale like right after that, actually. So like after this voice note, that is, we're just talking about like how it's going to work when we're setting up the call, etc. But I just thought, why include that, right? For the sake of time. So that is the whole conversation. Congrats, by the way, if you stayed until the end. All right, I know this is maybe a lot of information, depending on how new you are to this process, and whatever it is your familiarity is with it, it can be a lot to soak in, and it does take a lot of practice doing this messaging, right? Cold messaging, warm messaging, closing in the DMs is not an easy skill, and it takes time to develop. But hopefully this video right here gave you some clarity as far as how to go about it, knowing what to say, how to say it, when to say it, and know exactly how to close the deal. And the most important part, right? A lot of people don't learn how to do that, but this video, I hope, gave you a great idea of how to do that and how to go about it. This is just one example, right? And this is my first $1,500 sale. I was happy to share it with you, the conversational breakdown that I just gave with you. If you want to know more about how this works in general, this process worked for me, and what it is that led me to developing these skills in myself over the course of 2 years. If you want to hear a little bit more about how I got to this point, then I recommend you check out the one-to-one interview I had with one of my mentors, Jordan McLeod, where we talk about how I made my first $1,500 sale, and I talk about the challenges that I've went through to get to this point. I talk about the excruciating trial and error. It took me 2.5 years to get that first sale. And I also talk about how he's helped me, how his program has helped me, how his offers have helped me, and exactly what it is that he's done for my business. He's taught me to make my own coaching offers and to promote my affiliate products and my services in a better way. And it gives you a better idea of how the real experts and like how great mentors and coaches are also going about this process, doing the same thing that I'm doing, right? It's also just pretty good in general. I think it was really inspiring. And not to toot my own horn, right? But I think it was pretty inspiring to watch. I really liked the way it turned out, and I think you guys will too. If you want to check that out, go ahead, go back to the document, and the link should be at the bottom of it. If not, just ask me. Ask me about, hey, can I just see the interview that you did with Jordan? Or just type in interview, right? And I'll ask you about it. So hopefully you all enjoyed this training. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hopefully you all gained a lot of value out of this. Until next time, guys, peace out.